Hi everyone, Adam from Betting Expert here. Today I'm bringing you my best bet for this weekend's UFC Fight Night, Thompson versus Geoff Neal. This is the final UFC event of 2020, so we have to close on a win. Follow me into the rest of this video and check out my best bet coming straight up. For my best bet for UFC Vegas 17, I am looking at the fight between Rob Font and Magic Marlon Moraes. We got Moraes as the favorite in this matchup at about odds 1.62. And then we have the dog, who's Rob Font here, at about 2.30 at the moment. I'm personally all over the dog here, Rob Font, who has a lot of really significant advantages in this spot against Marlon Moraes. Coming off two really impressive showings, 4-inch reach advantage, that's very significant, higher volume while absorbing less significant strikes per minute on average. And then we have, of course, Marlon Moraes coming off that knockout loss to Corey Sandhagen, who is sort of the same caliber, same category fighter as Rob Font, excuse me. He has the height, the length, and he's very good with his boxing, and he's good at moving in and out. Really just moving in like a linear motion forward and backwards, and he's good at leaning away from his opponent's punches. And this is super significant because Marlon tends to throw only looping punches when he starts to fatigue a little bit. So I really think Rob Font will be able to just be first with his jab. He has a super good jab. His 1-2 is really good, and he's starting to better his kicking game as well. So I think this is really a spot for Rob Font to just move up in the rankings, and I think this is going to be a great showing for him. The cardio I also see on Rob Font's side, which is why that's actually what made me lean towards Rob Font, because we have seen Marlon gas out in some of his fights, and he does not like being pressured. We saw that against Jose Aldo. The judges just really gave him that fight. That was a super close fight. But I think he could be coming. If we had seen other judges that night, I think Marlon could be coming into this fight on the 2-fight skid, because he got that really close split decision win over Aldo. And just looking at his fights that have gone the distance inside the UFC, they're all super close when he goes the distance against his opponents. He has a split decision loss to a Sun Tzu, split decision over Dodson, split decision over Aldo. Just hits that split decision every time. It's never unanimous. So I think Font, it will definitely favor Font if this goes past the first round. And that's what the only negative about this pick is, probably the danger and the power that Moraes has in that first round. But I feel like that Font will be able to just stay on the outside and just pick him apart with that jab. And Moraes will probably look a little bit like a fish out of water. I could see this. I could see Font getting this win inside the distance, but I could also see him getting it on the scorecards as well. But for Moraes, I really only see him getting this win inside the distance, and I never like to bet on those fighters. So I'm fading Moraes in this one, and I'm going with the dog, who I think has all the advantages in this matchup. So I'm going with Rob Font at odds 2.30. Alright guys, that was my best bet for this weekend's UFC Vegas 17. Really looking forward to this card, as it has a lot of really good matchups. We've got Khaos Williams returning against Michel Pereira. That should be just a banger straight off the bat. Don't go for popcorn on that one, as it could very well end inside the very first round. And of course the main event between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Geoff Neal. I think that fight's gonna really tell a lot about both fighters. Has Wonderboy regressed to that gatekeeper position that people are starting to put him in? And is Geoff Neal that caliber fighter that we think he might be? Or is he in over his head on this one? Because this is really we have the raw power on Geoff Neal's side, and we just have the technical aspect the technical striking on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and Wonderboy can pick anybody on the feet. I mean, he can pick anybody apart on any given night. So really looking forward to that one. Don't forget that you can follow me and my picks on Betting Expert, and check out all the other tips from the top ranking tipsters. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time.